Hello, it has been a chaotic start to my day today, but at 11:30 a.m. I am finally having my protein coffee. It's probably good that I got busy this morning because I have been trying to intermittent fast, and if I'm not moving in the morning, I start to get super hungry and then I want to do the intermittent fasting, whereas if I'm busy and I don't have time to think about food, I don't really get hungry. I'm starting to prep the kids' lunch. While they're eating lunch, I have quite a list of things to do. I'm washing my bedding right now. So once that is clean, it needs to get put back on the bed. I also want to clean my bedroom. I need to scrub up my shower because it is disgusting. I bought a Scrub Daddy, and this is finally the thing that got my shower clean. I tried just a regular kitchen sponge. I tried a dish brush situation. I've tried rags, everything. And I could not get my shower clean for some reason. And we're not disgusting people. I just don't know. I don't know. So the other day I did my tub and the Scrub Daddy, it did so good on the tub. So I'm really pumped to get the shower cleaned. I want to scrub up the toilets too. I need to mop the floors. I just have quite the list going, and I've already done a ton of cleaning stuff this morning. This is my own fault though. I put off so much cleaning stuff this week because this is the first week in a while that we haven't been super busy. So I kind of got a little lazy. I've also been trying to focus more on getting exercise in and eating a little bit better. So that's been taking up some of my time and brain space, which usually has cleaning. Although, let's be honest, my brain space, it's never been very organized. I need to live off of lists. I think I need to start making physical lists though, because my digital list, I never think of looking at it. It's on my phone. I just never open it. I'm gonna finish up my protein coffee. I'm gonna feed the kids their lunch. I'm gonna get some cleaning done, and I will be back when it's time to exercise. So not the greatest workout that I've ever had, and it was very short. I was interrupted quite a bit during that. And this is why I wish I could wake up early, because if I could just get my workout in before the kids are awake, it would be just so much easier. I would only have to focus on working out. I wouldn't have to focus on them at all. And even though I talked about how things are getting easier with finding time for exercise, it's still a challenge probably about 50% of the time. So it's a little better, but it's not perfect by any means. But now I'm going to take a shower. Then I need to eat something because it is almost 3 o'clock. I haven't had any solid food yet. It seems like pretty much every other day I won't have lunch until maybe about 3 o'clock. And then some days I'll have actual food with like my protein coffee. Somewhere in the morning I would have food. It really depends on the day. It depends on what I'm feeling right now. And I decided to just listen to myself. But maybe that's something I'll get into after my shower because I know that it is echoey in here. The school bus toy has become a favorite. It's funny how kids can just play with something, forget about it completely, and then a year later they're obsessed with it. Anyways, I'm back from the shower. I'm going to eat, and this is what I decided on. I have the Light and Fit Greek yogurt thing. This is my favorite yogurt. I'm so glad that this is a high protein situation because I am attempting to have high protein, although I'm not really tracking my food anymore just because it was really annoying. I won't go into that rant again. I'm not really tracking, but I'm kind of lightly keeping an eye on what I'm eating. So this is 80 calories, and then I picked this up from Aldi because it looked good. So it says it has 10 grams of protein. Serving size is half a cup. We'll see if I eat the full half a cup because I like these as kind of an accent to my yogurt. I don't like it to be this with a hint of yogurt, you know? So it says it's half a cup, and that's 220 calories. So if these two are together, that'll be a 300 calorie meal, which is about where I want to hit. And that's kind of how I've been tracking. I've just been keeping an eye on the meals that I've been eating, and if they hit 300 to 400 calories, I feel like I'm usually pretty good. Very lightly tracking. But what I was saying before my shower is that I have been so annoyed with just overthinking food. I'm like, am I eating too much? Am I eating too little? Am I not getting enough protein? Am I not getting enough fats? And my blah, 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 blah. I'm just thinking way too much about it. And I think from now on, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to do what I want to do. But with some rules, kind of. So for the most part, I'm just going to focus on my calories, and I'm just gonna eat when I'm hungry. Like, eating your lunch at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm still planning on having dinner later is not normal, but it works out in my life, and I wasn't hungry until now, so that's what I'm gonna do. I do want to say that I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm just doing what feels best for me, and I don't want people copying me just because that's what I'm doing. So that is my word of advice. Do your own research, figure out what works for you, give it a go. And who knows, this might not even work out for me. I'm kind of just testing that throughout August, so we'll see how it works. Okay, 55 grams. Technically, I did 52 grams of this, but whatever, this is when I wanted to stop. I'm gonna mix that up. We'll see if this is any good. Yeah, this is good. How many servings are in here? 6. I think it's worth it to buy these. This is really good. It's a few hours later. Both the kids are awake, and I just got a comment asking if I ever made those Greek yogurt bagels that I talked about weeks ago at this point. I kept putting it on my to-do list, and it just kept getting knocked down in favor of things that were more important at the time, until I completely forgot about it. So thank you for reminding me that I needed to make these, because I've been wanting to. I just forgot. So I got this from Walmart to help me out. The recipe that I'm looking at said that you can just roll it out and use your finger to make a hole in the middle. I don't know. I just felt like getting another kitchen thing, I guess. So you need that. You need some kind of a spray so it doesn't stick. Self-rising flour, and Greek yogurt. I gotta grab mine still. The recipe that I was looking at seemed very particular about the type of Greek yogurt that you use, but I'm just gonna use this one. I don't know if that makes it wrong. I feel like it's not that serious. It's fine. I need to get 2 cups of the self-rising flour. I can't remember exactly what makes self-rising flour special. I feel like it has baking powder or baking soda just mixed into it. I'm not 100% sure, but if you don't have self-rising flour, I think you can make it from all-purpose flour pretty easily. I always get flour all over myself every time I use it, and all over the kitchen. 2 cups of flour, and then 1 cup of the yogurt. You're not gonna like this yogurt. It's not sweetened with anything. It's kind of sour. You wouldn't like this yogurt. It's not like the cheesecake yogurt. Sadly, we ran out of the cheesecake yogurt. I ate the last one. Okay, I'll give you a bite. Just give me 1 minute. I just want to measure this out. Then you can have a bite, and you can tell me how you feel about it. All right, you want a bite? Yeah, I told you wouldn't like it. All right, there we go. Now we're just gonna mix it together. Can I see that? Thank you. The recipe, I think, said you can also use this as kind of a pizza dough too. So I'd be interested in trying that, but also I really like the pizza dough that I make. Show you the absolute mess that I'm making here. I can never get a good angle when I'm cooking. So I'm kind of just pushing the dough into the bowl and mixing it that way, just like you would with regular dough. I bet you I could throw this in my KitchenAid and use the dough hook like I do when I make pizza. And honestly, I might do that next time because, oh, my back. Here is the dough. The recipe said that if it's too sticky, add a little bit more of the flour. If it feels too dry, add a little bit more of the yogurt. So I did end up adding a little more yogurt. It also said that this would make 8 bagels, but I think it's gonna make more than that if I'm looking at the bagel mold. My brain says it's gonna make more than 8. The recipe also said to put it on parchment paper. I am just gonna put it in the pan. It said that it's good in the refrigerator for 3 days, but you can store it in the freezer. It didn't say how long it would be okay for in the freezer, but I feel like most things are like a few months they're good in the freezer for. All right, number 1 is done. I think I may have overfilled it, but I guess we'll find out. This is kind of a learning process for me. So I actually think 8 of these bagels is pretty accurate, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be 9. Very exciting. I need to put this yogurt away. I've just been having it sit out while I'm doing this. There's been chaos with the kids. I hurt myself on my tripod, but I have a side duck Band-Aid, which is pretty cool. The recipe says you can stop here and start cooking it, or you can make an egg wash and put like everything bagel on top or whatever you want on top. So the egg wash, I wrote it down, it's just 1 egg, a pinch of salt, and then my everything bagel. Was it really just 1 egg? I swear there was a little bit of water. Let me double check. Okay, it said a teaspoon of water, and I'm going to attempt to remember that. Actually, I'm just gonna add the teaspoon of water now before I forget. Okay, brain. Oh no, did I? A teaspoon? Oh, here we go. Teaspoon. It said teaspoon, right? Not tablespoon. I'm going to go with teaspoon. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Teaspoon of water. Dash more for good measure. That doesn't seem like a lot of water or an amount of water that will really make a difference. All right, got my egg. Just crack the egg. Boop. Pinch of salt. Everything bagel. I got this fancy silicone brush thing. Just gonna brush over. I don't know, I've never felt more like a chef until this moment. This is some fancy cooking stuff. Just ignore the last cooking video I did. I think this is going well. Usually cooking doesn't go well for me. Unless it's a recipe that I've done a lot. Just a little everything bagel on here. Here they are. Okay, it says to put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 375, take it out, warm it up to 450, put it back in, and an additional 4 minutes. So I'm going to do that, and then when I'm back, we'll try them. Here's the bagel. I'm gonna admit something while I cut this in half. I've never had an everything bagel. Every bagel that I've had has either been a plain bagel, a chocolate chip bagel, a blueberry bagel, never an everything bagel. I've put this everything seasoning on like my broccoli, and I don't know if that's correct, but I liked it. That is really good. I don't think these bagels are gonna last very long. Especially since it seems like my kid loves them. I'm gonna finish up this bagel and then I need to start up dinner. We're having cheeseburgers tonight on the grill. And I think I'm going to give my kid one of these bagels too. So I will see you next time. Bye!